Hello, fellow gamers, and welcome to the Video Gamers Podcast. It may be No Game November, but that doesn't mean there's not a lot going on in the gaming world. And let's be honest, how many of you are actually going to start tackling your backlog this month? So, to help keep you distracted, we've got the gaming news you need to know about. But first, some introductions are in order. I am your host, Josh, and joining me, we did some things in Arc Raiders this weekend that we are not proud of, and while we will never admit to what those were, all I'm going to say is it was super easy to convince him to do it. It's Ryan.
That's not fair. Come on, man. I am easily excitable.
The word, Ryan.
And
Mum's the word.
On. We did nothing.
I'm just saying.
We did nothing.
I just say, look,
I just
if a Sith Lord ever wanted to convert you to the dark side,
oh, bro,
all they have to do is be like, doesn't this sound fun? And you'd be like, I'm in. I'm in. Call me apprentice, master, because I'm in.
Oh, how horrible. I'm in.
Yeah. Oh, man. Oh, we did bad things.
Bad things.
Yeah. I did. It's funny. I actually did say maybe we need to have another gaming confessions episode just so we can come clean.
No, we're never coming clean. Never.
That's all we're saying about that. So, and joining us, he's taking a break from AAA gaming. He's got his internet back, and he's back to playing obscure indie titles that no one's ever heard of. It's Ace.
Back in black, baby. It's all working. I'm so happy, and I could see everyone now, and I'm not a rat, so.
You are not a rat.
Not a rat.
Yet, anyway. Now, to be fair, it is not 7 o'clock yet, Ace,
to be fair,
time, so
you two are rats, but we won't get into that.
Okay. Oh, Ace. How dare you? How dare you, Ace? How dare you? Ace has, dang it, Ace has the dirt on us now, right? we got to keep Ace happy.
Yes.
Oh, we love
All
you,
it
Ace.
takes is to tell
Appease
one
me.
person.
Bring me a pixel game with rats.
The only safe secret is when nobody's alive to share it.
Oh,
Yeah,
no.
Just remember that, Ace. Oh, man. All right. Well, listen, welcome in, everybody. We have a lot of gaming news, believe it or not. We just had our episode yesterday with the hottest games for November, which, let's be honest, it was a really small list. But that's where we're at. And so what better time to have Arc Raiders to play, have Battlefield 6 to play, and some of these fun games there. But there is a lot going on in the gaming industry, and so we're going to get into that because we got a lot to talk about. And listen, I would say that there's probably some people out there that are tired of hearing us talk about Arc Raiders, but also, I mean, Arc Raiders is everywhere right now.
Too bad.
It's everywhere, man. And so for those people that go, look, I'm glad you guys are having fun with Arc Raiders, but it's not for me. Can you please talk about something else? Yes. The answer is yes, but in a minute. Because if anybody needs an idea of how big Arc Raiders is right now, Arc Raiders surpassed Battlefield 6 in concurrent player count, guys.
Ooh.
Like AAA legendary series that may have had a few hiccups, let's be honest. Battlefield is being outshined by Arc Raiders. Call of Duty, Black Ops 7 that's coming out is worried about Arc Raiders right now, guys.
Absolutely.
Okay, so and just to back this up with some numbers, and again, this article is a day old, so it's but 329,000 concurrent players on Steam to Battlefield 6's 318,000 players, and I just saw a graphic today that said across all platforms that Arc Raiders has 770,000 concurrent players going on right now.
Gosh.
That's bananas.
That is
guys.
insane.
That is ridiculous. You want to know how many people are on right now? So we're recording Monday or mid afternoon. There is 352,000 players on SteamDB right now.
It's just that consistent.
You want to know what yesterday? So Sunday's all-time peak was 462,000.
Oh my god.
That's on Steam alone. That's not counting console, and this game does have crossplay and all that stuff on it too. So
it's ridiculous, dude.
It is the hotness. It is the game of the month. I have seen a lot of people like saying this is easily their game of the year. We're going to get to that because there's actually a pretty famous streamer that had something to say about Arc Raiders. We're going to get to that here in a minute. But if you needed more proof about how incredible this game is, Arc Raiders is currently sitting at a 92 on OpenCritic, which makes it one of the highest rated shooters of the year. Ever. It's one of the highest rated shooters ever, guys.
Absurd. Absolutely absurd.
Like, Ace, I got to ask you because, and again, I fully understand that this is not your kind of game, and that's okay because we have always said, hey, not every game is for everybody. We were just chatting with a community member, DeZombie, this morning. Shout out to DeZombie. Who said, hey, I'm having a hard time with Battlefield 6. I'm really not enjoying it. I'm a Call of Duty guy. What am I missing? And sometimes you just have to say, like, bro, not every game is for everybody. Like, it's okay to not like a game. I mean, that's okay. It sucks if you spent the money for the game, which that part sucks.
That part sucks. Yeah.
But, not every person is going to like every game. Do you have any FOMO at all, Ace?
There's just slight FOMO where I'd like to play games with my friends, and that's probably like the fatal flaw. I can make almost any game fun if I'm playing it with people I enjoy being around.
Yeah.
So it's like, but I know in my heart that I wouldn't enjoy solos. I wouldn't enjoy the full experience of this game, and it's just not made for me. There's definitely, I'd be lying to say there's no FOMO though.
I think that the reason I say that is because there are a lot of people out there that are the same way. They're seeing every post on social media is Arc Raiders right
everywhere.
Now. I mean,
heck,
like even my X feed, which is normally not like games or reels at all, is just Arc Raiders content. So it's like even the algorithm's like, okay, well, everybody wants to see this stuff right now.
I mean, heck, we've had an eagle eye on our little Arc Raiders post that got 220,000 views.
1,000 views. Yeah.
In what, 3 days?
Blew up, man. And it was just us glazing the game. It wasn't anything like earth shattering,
That's how big this game is right now.
Well, I mean, luckily they paid us for it, so.
Oh, yeah, that's true. According to the internet, we are paid shills, paid by Embark Studios to talk well about Arc Raiders. So
your boy's been grumpy for a while, everybody, arguing with internet trolls.
Oh, yeah. Ryan had a day the other day. We're like, Ryan, maybe you should just stay off the internet for a little while.
That's enough internet for today.
People are stupid. That's all I got to say.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. So, kudos to them. Awesome job by Embark Studios. The game is a ton of fun. If you have the FOMO, it's okay. Not every game is for you. And if you don't think that this game is for you, it might not be. If you like shooters and you are okay with a little bit of the high risk, high reward, then you probably should be checking this out because every person that has tried it literally goes, guys, I played 4 rounds. This is my favorite game this year. It's really crazy.
And $40.
All right. Well, that's enough about that. Now some not so great news, or maybe good news. I'm curious about this one. The big news is that GTA 6 got delayed, guys. Now, if you guys remember, it was supposed to come out this year. we were supposed to.
I remember. I remember. I drafted it. I remember.
Ryan bet everything that GTA 6 is going to come out in 2025. We went, dude, that's a big risk. And Ryan said, no risk it, no biscuit, baby. And now Ryan ain't got no biscuit. So
scared money don't make money.
We have seen time and time again that, delays are happening in the gaming industry. We just got done talking to Celia from Yacht Club Games. They delayed Mina the Hollower. They said, look, this was not an easy decision. I think that we have seen where, as gamers, we've said this game should have been delayed. Famously, Cyberpunk 2077, probably the most infamous game that should have been delayed longer, even though it went through like 6 delays. That's bad. And then now we're getting GTA 6, the most anticipated game in existence, that came out and said, look, I know we just had a delay. We moved it back to, I think it was March, if I remember right, of 2026.
Mm-hmm.
Don't quote me on the exact month, internet people. We always say we're not experts. We're just gamers. but they delayed it again until November 19th, 2026. What do you guys think about this?
As someone who has not partaken in the GTA series outside of GTA 5 Online.
Just say no, Ace.
Just say no. It doesn't really affect me much. I've not really been waiting that long, but I understand like this is like some people's big game. Like this is their Silk Song. But like Ryan, I know you're probably like chomping at the bit to get your hands on GTA 6.
Oh, for sure, dude. I've had every GTA since GTA 2. Where it was bird's eye view, top down. Yeah. And then when they made the switch in 3 to the actual 3D, kind of world, which was revolutionary and amazing. But I have a hard time with this because on one hand, this game is fit to almost have its own global economy where it is going to have like real money is going to be transferred in much like Fortnite. It's going to have like this own kind of world economy that it has where I think there's going to be a lot of impacts that we're not expecting, and I think they really need to get it right, and they want to get it right, and they're willing to spend tens of millions of dollars to do that. I just have a hard time. I want it to be good. I want it to launch well, but I also hate multiple delays. You give me one good delay, that's fine. It is what it is. I understand, and take the time and get what you need done, but have some foresight and understand that, like, I mean, this is years of delays. You had to know that this wasn't going to be ready. Like, you had to, at least in my opinion. I'm not a designer. I'm not a dev. I don't know all those things. But I just feel like with that much money, like, it's smart, but I also wish they had a little bit more foresight to not just keep... It's like the boy that cried wolf. They just keep saying, oh, you're going to get it. You're going to get it. Like, it's coming. Just don't worry. And then it's just, how long? Same with Bethesda. But, yeah, I don't know. We'll see. We'll see what happens.
How much are you willing to pay for it?
Oh,
because the more they delay it, the more they're going to
be $100. I would pay $100 for GTA 6.
I pay $100.
And listen, before
That's
people
so
go
much.
like, you guys are pushing. No, I'm not pushing for $100 games.
No,
Nobody's
not at
pushing.
No.
But if a game is going to give me hundreds of hours of entertainment for $100, that's a no-brainer at that point.
Yeah, like
I would pay $100 for
Should
this,
your Nissan Altima cost the same as a Ferrari? Like, they're two different things. Like, a regular game is not GTA. And that's no shade on other games, but, they're different. It's a different world.
So just to give people an idea also of the ramifications of this delay, which that they take into account, this delay is costing Rockstar $500 million, dude.
Oh my gosh.
The delay in releasing it from March to November now of 2026 will cost them $500 million. This is how much they thought or important that this delay was to them to say, hey, we're willing to wipe off $500 million, $500 million, guys, to then come out and say, look, it has to be great. Now, we have said time and time again that GTA 6 better be the most mind-blowing game that gamers have ever seen. And that is a high bar to live up to. But this actually kind of reinforces to me, I think that they understand that, and they're willing to risk that much money. Now, guys, I'm going to say this, and it's going to sound crazy. So y'all ready for tinfoil hat time? All right, put your tinfoil hats on, boys.
All right, it's on.
I think that this delay is coming because we are going to see a GTA 6 release on PC along with PlayStation.
Ooh. I could see
Why
it.
Why else would they delay it a year? Two things. Okay, so either it will come to PC or this will simultaneously release with the PlayStation 6. I do not think that this delay, $500 million worth of delay, is only for polishing the game. I think that when you have that much money involved, that either this is going to coincide with a PlayStation 6 release or announcement at least, or they are trying to make it to where they can simultaneously release on PC as well, and they need this extra year to get the PC port in order for it. That's just my tinfoil hat. I sound like an idiot right now, but if it comes true later on, I'm going to sound like a genius, and I will absolutely rub it in, everybody. I will absolutely rub it in.
Dude, actually, I mean, that kind of makes sense.
That'd be a good way to get that money back.
Yeah, dude, that just open up that. I mean, we have some people, another great listener to the show, Disratory, talked about, I mean, it's going to be a couple years after that before I get it for PC, so I'm not even worried about it. There you go. If they launch at the same time, same as everybody.
Really,
oh man,
think about it. Are you going to release the greatest game that the world has ever known? And I say that, but let's be honest, like this is what they're shooting for, right? And this is what people expect for hardware that is at the end of its lifespan. The PS5 is at the end of its cycle, guys. And so think about it. I know it does, but think about it. So wouldn't you want the ability to say, hey, yes, it will still release on PS5, but it's coming out on the PS6.
That would make the most sense.
Makes a lot of sense.
It makes a lot of sense. You are making a lot of sense there, Mr. Tinfoil.
All right. So I know that sounds crazy to a lot of people, but I'm just saying I will rub it in. Hands down. Y'all
it is making sense. I got to take this hat off.
Oh, yeah. Give me a second.
I know. Yeah, there we go. Okay, we're back to normal stuff.
What did you say? You're crazy, dude. What?
Psycho.
I don't know. What just happened there? All right, listen, we're going to take a quick break, and then we're going to hear why infamous streamer and competitive gamer Shroud does not want people to vote for Expedition 33 for Game of the Year. And we'll find out why in just a minute.
All right, Rocket League players, today's episode sponsor is for you. If you're serious about ranking up, stop grinding in the dark. Start learning smarter with Trophy.ai. Trophy AI gives you real-time feedback that actually adapts to your playstyle. No more generic, hit the ball better advice. It breaks down exactly what you're doing right and, more importantly, what you're doing wrong, with real-time overlays that allow you to fix your mistakes on the fly. Need to sharpen your mechanics? Trophy AI has a massive library of training packs complete with live demos from pro players. You can watch, you can practice, and maybe even learn some of their moves. Plus, there are mini games that make training fun instead of a chore. And after every match, you'll get a personalized analysis showing exactly what you can improve on. It's like having your own Rocket League coach 24/7. You'll see faster improvement, play with more confidence, and actually understand why you missed that crucial save or lost that kickoff. Try it risk-free for 7 days at trophy.ai using the code VGP. That's TROPHI.ai. Train smarter, climb faster.
All right, we're back. Guys, this one is a little weird to me. I mean, let's be honest. You have to give people a little bit of grace, first of all. Like, Shroud is a competitive gamer. He is elite when it comes to first-person shooters. I mean, anybody that has watched Shroud, this guy's aim is insane. Like, professional people gush over how good Shroud's aim is and his ability to hit headshots and things like that. Like, when you think somebody's hacking, they play like Shroud does, but he just does it for real.
Yeah.
So, like everybody else, he's all about that arc raiders right now, like most streamers are, the big ones, Tim the Tatman, Shroud, Dr. Disrespect, all these guys, right? They're all playing arc raiders because that's what people want to watch, number one, and they're not stupid. But number two, it's a lot of fun. And if you're streaming every single day for 8 hours a day, you probably want to have fun too. Shroud came out and said, listen, all my people that watch me, I don't know what the community, the Shroudites, maybe, yeah. Chat. Yeah.
Listen up, chat.
Listen up.
Came out and said, hey guys, don't vote for Expedition 33 for Game of the Year. Vote for Arc Raiders instead. Now he did quantify this, but before I get into how he quantified it, what do y'all think about that? Ryan's like, I'm on board.
Ryan's on board.
Yeah.
Sign me up,
this
baby.
Shroud guy. I really like him.
It's kind of insane to say that about a game like Expedition 33 because of how globally beloved it was and how kind of a flash fire it was for people, where it kind of came out, no one really expected much of it, and then it just started rolling down that hill and gaining so much momentum and so much praise to the point where people call it a masterpiece. You don't get masterpiece on every game that comes out every year, and to say don't vote for that because Arc Raiders is that good is very high praise to Arc Raiders, I will say. But also, multiplayer games just don't get Game of the Year. It just doesn't happen.
Is that fair?
And so that is exactly what Shroud was kind of campaigning for. So to be fair to him, and we said that he did quantify this, is that his big argument was that multiplayer games do not win Game of the Year. They are at a disadvantage in this category. It's not really fair because, there's a lot of really, really good multiplayer games out there. And so his campaigning I'll call it that, was just basically to say, hey, I think, we need to give multiplayer games a fair shake when we are talking about the Game of the Year category. And I think most people assume that Expedition 33 is going to win. And so he was kind of saying, hey, why don't we make some effort to give it to Arc Raiders instead? Ryan, as the resident person who has terrible game takes and does not like Expedition 33, but also loves Arc Raiders, do you think that Arc Raiders should be in the running for Game of the Year?
Oh, absolutely. I mean, all you have to do is follow the numbers, dude. Like we just talked about earlier, how many people are playing this game, how many copies have been sold, the rating. I mean, it's one of the greatest multiplayer games of all time so far. Like with the current numbers and what we're seeing, it's a wildfire that's taken over the internet. Like you said, my Instagram reel, everything is just all nothing but Arc Raiders. It has kind of solos, which still has PvP, but PvE and stuff. And I just think it's kind of like too with the movie awards and stuff. You'll have an amazing movie. It does very, very well in the box office. So, a million, showings and all that stuff, going gangbusters, but they give it to the artsy-fartsy, folksy film or whatever because it's dramatic and it's artistic and all those things, which is great. Good on them, but there has to be some recognition of what this has done. Like it is big time to come in the multiplayer world and have one of the highest rated shooters of all time. That's big time, man. So it absolutely has to be nominated. I don't think it'll win. Those people, they never, win those. But if they can make some waves and get it up there, I think it may make a difference for the future.
So just for quick contrast, do you guys remember if Helldivers 2 was nominated for Game of the Year?
I'm looking now, actually. That's exactly what
I was going to say. I don't think so.
It was for best ongoing.
Most gamers will, yes, it was nominated for best ongoing game, but that's like, let's be honest, that's like throwing a bone to something that is just like, we feel like we need to throw a bone to something. Most gamers talk about the Game Awards. That's kind of the premier, if you're going to talk about an awards thing, that's the one that most people reference. And Helldivers 2 was not nominated for the Game of the Year category. It did win best ongoing game, but like I said, that's a bone. This one's tough for me because we try to be cognizant of this is the hype. This is taking over the internet. How long will this last with Arc Raiders? They have come out and said we have a 10-year plan. But if there's one thing we've learned as gamers, it's that we're fickle, right? The excitement, the fun, and then you move on, right? I mean, Helldivers 2 lasted, a year? I mean, I know there's still people playing it, but you don't want to hear about Helldivers 2 at all anymore, man.
Not really.
The only time we heard about Helldivers 2 was when they did the console release on Xbox. And then even then, we saw a few people talking and saying, I can't wait to dive, and then that was it. So it's like gamers move on very, very quickly. I don't know if we're going to be here with Arc Raiders 8 months from now, legitimately. I'm okay with that. I'm having a blast, man. Like, you get your fun out of a game. That's what you hope for. Not every game needs to be a 10-year plan. But I will say, I think that Arc Raiders should be recognized for how awesome it is. I do not think it will be nominated for Game of the Year or be in the running for Game of the Year.
That'll be a travesty.
It could get best multiplayer. I could see that. Best multiplayer game of the year.
I would like that, honestly, but then it's like, again, you have to be, and it's late in the year, and games that release late in the year are up against a wall when it comes to Game of the Year nominations.
How many Game of the Year nominees are there? For that, how do they?
There's usually like 5 or 6.
Yeah, there's 5.
You're telling me there's
there's
4
5,
other
5.
Okay, so there's 4 other better games than Arc Raiders.
Hades 2.
Okay,
Hades 2,
Expedition
33, Kingdom Come Deliverance 2.
That's another
some
one.
Some people even say Death Stranding 2, Ghost of Yotai.
Blueprints. I don't think Blueprints deserves it, to be honest.
No.
But I mean, I heard on a podcast the other day that people just glazing Blueprints, saying it's one of the best games they've ever played.
I'm sorry, indie fans.
But again, right? I mean, we're going to be talking about Game of the Year stuff here in a few weeks, so just stay tuned, everybody. But this is one where that's kind of the thing, is the going back and forth there. So, all right, listen, while we're on the subject of Expedition 33, which in my opinion, I've been saying this all year, I think Expedition 33 is absolutely going to win Game of the Year. I think it deserves it. That is my pick for Game of the Year. Spoiler, but again, I've been saying this forever now. But Expedition 33 is known for a few things. Number one, its characters, its story,
gameplay.
Maybe more than anything else, it's soundtrack, man.
Yep.
Like, honestly, like, other than like Halo and a couple other games, maybe, I have never just put on a game soundtrack and just listen to it while I'm driving around or commuting to work or something like that. I did that with Expedition 33. My family was getting so sick of hearing Expedition 33 in the house. You know, like, guys, this is one of the best soundtracks that we have heard in a game in a long time. And it was snubbed at the Grammys. So the Grammys have a video game category. And if you ever wondered how dumb some of these award shows are, like, this is proof, man. This is just absolute proof.
This is
Anybody
dumb.
that has played Expedition 33 that knows it, knows how incredible the music for it is. It was not even nominated. I'm going to give you the nominees. Avatar: Frontiers of Pandora. Helldivers 2. Now, people are going to say, wait a minute, that came out in 2024. There's an explanation for that. It's like the window that it was nominated or when the actual official soundtrack came out and blah, blah, blah. But Helldivers 2 is nominated. Indiana Jones and the Great Circle, Star Wars Outlaws, and Sword of the Sea were the nominees. Now, listen, I'm not trying to slander any of these other games. Dude, if you don't have Expedition 33 in there as a nominee, you instantly just have sold your show out at that point. Like, you have said to the world, we don't know what we're talking about, people.
That's like one of the things I'm looking forward to most about the Game of the Year, you know, awards is when they bring in the orchestra to play a soundtrack from Expedition 33 when they announce the game. Is how do you miss this? It feels obvious. This was like the best music this year.
Yeah. No, it was really good. Yeah. I'm just still laughing at Josh trying to not talk crap about these other games.
Avatar: Frontiers of Pandora.
I'm sure they're great soundtracks, man. I mean, we played Star Wars Outlaws. Yeah, it's a great game.
But
like, Helldivers 2.
Oh, Helldivers 2 is fantastic. But any
of
these other games that we played, I mean, I played Indiana Jones. I played Star Wars Outlaws. I can't like recall like anything. I was just like, whoa.
I'll say name a track,
and then went and listened to it somewhere else, or had it playing on in the car. So. Yeah, it's just weird to me. They miss on these a lot, though. It's the most obvious things. You're like, why isn't that there? You know, I don't know.
It's, again, you know, award shows are one of those things we don't put a lot of stock into. It's fun to talk about. You know, this is why we kind of do our own award show on this podcast because, you know, a lot of times they'll get it wrong. They won't have a game nominated that people feel should be nominated. Indies generally tend to get snubbed, even though they have their own categories sometimes and things like that. So...
you
know, how do you don't have the best soundtrack in a game on? I don't understand. So, all right, let's move on, boys.
Expedition 33 will win Best Indie.
Oh, I'm gonna end myself.
But see, here, okay, if we're talking about it, like I'm okay with it winning Game of the Year, and then like Hades 2.
Hades 2 should get Best Indie this year. I will.
You know, I mean, I'm okay with that, man. Like that's, I would like to see the kind of the wealth shared, so to speak. I mean, if Expedition 33 wins every category, I'm kind of
if they sweep, I'm gonna be a little annoyed. I'll be real. If they sweep like 6 categories, I'll be like, gosh, darn it.
Yeah. So, all right, guys, let's move on. We got a couple more to talk about here. Halo Infinite. We've done many a community night playing Halo Infinite's multiplayer. You know, we just had the Halo campaign evolved announcement that we talked about. I'm very excited to play that. But Halo Infinite, they announced that they are ending updates, which this is in effect saying, hey, we're done with this game. We're done with Halo Infinite. We're done with the multiplayer. We're done with the campaign. No DLCs, none of that stuff. This takes place 4 years into what Microsoft said was a 10-year plan for Halo Infinite. So,
jeez. Is that just like the number when games like this die? It's just 4 years. New World, 4 years. Halo Infinite, 4 years.
It's long enough. I mean,
Ace, you and I played, we did co-op for the Halo Infinite campaign.
We did the campaign.
And we have played a lot of the Halo Infinite multiplayer via our community nights and just playing it for fun.
Yeah.
This one's weird. I will say, I think Halo Infinite is great. I think it's a lot of fun. I think the multiplayer is a blast. I like that you have the custom maps that you can do and things like that. Big team battles. Like I said, we have had a lot of fun with this.
Oh, yeah.
I will say that I do feel like Halo Infinite has had this weird underlying just problem ever since it came out, dude. You know, and it was their idea to split the multiplayer and the campaign. If you guys remember when it came out, the multiplayer was free, the campaign was paid. They didn't have Forge mode when Halo Infinite released. You know, there has been this, I don't want to call it a curse because that's a little, extreme, right? But like something has been wrong with Halo Infinite since the game's inception and release and all that. It was lacking features. It had connection issues. It had bugs. It had all kinds of things where it just didn't seem to work. And I think this is a good example of when you released it, you probably shouldn't have released it because you then had to work through a whole bunch of crap and features that weren't ready, and it puts people off. And in a world where there are a dime a dozen shooters out there, even with the name of Halo, you know, I think that was part of the reason that Halo Infinite did not blow up and become the thing that I think Microsoft was hoping that it would be. And apparently they agree because now they're going, we're going to stop support on this game. We're ending updates.
I'm not a big fan of these crazy like 10-year roadmaps and stuff they do anyways. Like think of how much changes in a decade. Like think of 1995 to 2005, like how much video games changed. You know, there's a lot there. Go at it 5 years. You can get a good plan. You can be real concise. You know what you're doing. You're not going too far out, and then readdress it at year 3 or 4 and see how things are going. But yeah, I don't know. It's a bummer, you know, for people to say, but at least it's not like those other games where these people paid for them and then the people just shut them down. So
yeah, do you think Arc Raiders had anything to do with this? With pulling some of the Halo Infinite player base away? I
don't think so. I think I'll be honest. I think Halo Infinite was already dying. You know, I think that it just never, that's what I'm saying is like, it just never became the thing that they were hoping. I mean, it's Halo, guys. Like Halo.
Steam DB, there's 2,400 people on Halo.
Yeah. I mean, that tells you know, I mean, and it makes me sad because honestly, there's a good game there, but I think that I honestly think they botched the release. I think they botched trying to split it into two different things, having different teams working on the campaign and the multiplayer, not having really necessary multiplayer features at launch and things like that. I mean, for the longest time, we could not get a squad to get our fire team together. It would always dump one person and then they wouldn't get pulled into the match. All kinds of matchmaking issues, party issues. You had to use the stupid Xbox app on PC, which nobody wanted to use. You know, you're freaking Microsoft. You can't program a way for me to just invite a friend without using your stupid app, man. Like, come on, man.
We literally had Nexivus make us a command that we could put into our control panel so we could launch the game.
Exactly, dude. Gamers, listen, we're a fickle bunch, man. We can't even get like, look. This is, we ask people to leave us a review and rate the show 5 stars, which is 2 taps. And it's like, and I know there's listeners out there that have still never done that. So yes, I am calling you out right now because I know you've been enjoying this podcast for a long time and you have never tapped that 5-star rating, so listen, we're a fickle bunch. You know what I mean? We don't want to do things that are complicated. We just want to play a game. And I think this is part of the death knell for Halo Infinite was they just could not get out of their own way and make this simple and fun for people, and it caused the downfall, man. I hate to say it, but do you think
it's kind of maybe the downfall or the death of Halo? I mean,
I don't think because so. They just formed Halo
20 plus
Studios.
years though. People get fatigued. Like how many Fast and the Furiouses were there? By like 7, 8, 9, you're like, ugh, come on. It's 20 plus years of Halo. As great as it is, do you think people are just kind of like meh?
I mean, we kind of trolled the grapple hook in Halo Infinite because it's like, how do we innovate this game? And you might be right, Ryan. It might just be that it's time to let this one go, but it's a cash cow, man. It is a cash cow, and they will not let this go. It's going to be like the Saw movies where it's like Saw 8, and it's like, it's a B movie that releases on Fubu, which is a streaming service that nobody's ever heard of, but it's like, hey man, we're going to just keep making them as long as it makes us a little bit of money. And I would like to think that that's not going to happen to Halo. But at what point do you go, we really can't innovate this anymore, guys?
Like, I don't want it to, but who knows?
I don't want it to either, man. All right, real quick, because we're out of time, we'll just quick fire these. This one makes me very, very happy. Nintendo's patent, if you guys remember, we covered this where they filed for this patent on Pokemon, and it was granted, and everybody went, what the heck? Like, you can't do that. Well, apparently enough people kind of said, hey, this doesn't seem right. And so Nintendo's patent is getting a second look. It is getting reviewed, which honestly never happens either. So this is big news in the gaming world because this does not happen and it does not look good for Nintendo. It is very likely that this patent that they were granted will be overturned.
Get bent, Nintendo.
This all stems from the PAL World, Nintendo feud. I'm very glad that somebody came to their senses and said, yeah, we probably shouldn't patent a basic game mechanic.
What is it? Oh, we got a cease and desist.
No.
It's from Joe Rogan. Oh, he patented the use of microphones on podcasts. Oh, no. No.
Man.
That's basically what
That's basically it.
Do,
He's taking notes from Nintendo, bro.
Oh, man. So good. I'm glad that this is happening. And then finally, we kind of mentioned it at the top of the show, but Rust is making, I guess this was in our pre-show, actually. So, yeah. Hey, we do a lot of chat and banter behind the scenes. It is a perk for people that support the show over on Patreon. There's a link in the episode description.
And it was like 18 minutes today.
Yeah, it was a lot. And that's some of us is us talking about the things that we're going to talk about. So, but I actually, as a massive fan of Rust and somebody that's played a lot of Rust, I actually support this change. Rust is, they're calling this controversial, but Rust is wiping all progress in the entire game. Now, Rust has been known for having servers and private servers and things like that in its official servers. They're saying, hey, every ounce of progression that you have ever made in this game is getting wiped out. We are changing the way the progression works in this game, and we are resetting it to a base level. I support this as a Rust player because part of the issue with Rust is unless you are in a clan of like 20 people, 2 days in, there is a mega base that you can't even get near that is blocking off, one of the sites that you need to go to for scrap and things like that. They have said, we know it's a problem. We want to fix it. Does this come on the heels of the success of Arc Raiders and some of this other stuff? Maybe, but they are standing their ground on this one and they're saying this is for the good of the game. That's why we're making the change, and I agree with them. And so while I know that is going to seriously tick off some people, the fun part of Rust is that progression. We were saying it before the show that some of my favorite moments in that game are when everybody is just running around with a bow and arrow and nobody has helicopters and rocket launchers and C4 and all that stuff. And so, I think that's a good change as well. So, all right, listen, that's going to do it for this episode, everybody. You're all caught up on all your gaming news.
There you go. That's that? November.
Yeah, there you go. November. We'll be back in December. No, I'm just kidding. Hey, we're here 3 times a week, people, just for you. So, all right, listen, remember, if you haven't rated the show, click that 5-star button. If you are not following the podcast, that is yet another button that takes 1 tap to do. Look at your phone, click the follow button, click the plus button. That's it. You get all our episodes the day that they release. The algorithm loves us for it, and then it tells more people about this podcast. So you're doing good work there as well. There's a link to our Discord server, which is amazing. We have multiple groups of people playing Arc Raiders right now. We have always said we never want a gamer to be left behind. If you need people to play games with, come join our Discord server. It's family friendly. It is not toxic. It is an awesome, awesome place. And we want you to be a part of it if that sounds like a place that you want to be. That's it. We're out, everybody. Until next time, happy gaming.
See ya.
Peace out.